to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Lorraine 15550. It's the Tier 7 French SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and it's under the command of Anisoptera. And we've got no sound, so I have to restart it. If we want sound, we probably lose the tracks, but at least we get the engine noise. There we go. And I'll speed up the countdown to get back to normal. There we go. Well, we've lost the tracks, but we've gained the engine noise, or have we? Doesn't sound like the engines are working properly, but we'll continue with the replay anyway. Hopefully everything else will be okay and we'll get most of the noises. Anisoptera, well, he's a regular on the channel. He's actually been following us for some time, and he does leave comments and mentions every now and then down below the videos. Anisoptera is actually the family of insects that comprises the dragonfly, if you wanted to know. A rather interesting branch of insects because they are predatory on other insects. They actually fly around, catch other insects in the sky, and then either chew them up. Ooh, and a nice interesting shell camera. That's very interesting. He's obviously using the mod that allows you to follow the shell towards the target. Now that can be a lot of fun. Can be a bit disconcerting sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. It's a 155mm howitzer capable of doing 630 alpha, and it'll penetrate 40mm of armor, so we'll go through the top armor of a lot of tanks. 28.57 seconds is the standard reload. I'm not using mods on this version of the client at the moment, so I couldn't tell you exactly what Anisoptera's reload time is, but I suspect it's a lot less than that. Just have to wait and see. Rounds out. Well, that was really close, but it actually went further than the tank and landed behind it, but it still stunned the tank. RNG said no, and it just didn't damage him. The blast radius isn't that big, unfortunately, and that's why we're not getting a whole lot of damage. He's using standard HE at the moment, 7.6 meters. So yes, you do have to get the shell fairly close to get some damage. He's trying to get an M12 at the other end of the map, and that looked to be a reasonable guess as to where he might be. It's a tier 9 game with tier 7 tanks. He's bottom tier, and that means that he's got a better chance of earning extra XP for hitting every top tier tank. Okay, M103 making a bit of a boo-boo there, and he got a direct hit on that one, no doubt about that. No explosions, so we definitely know we struck him. Now, the Lorraine 155mm50 was actually designed in 1950. It was supposed to be a replacement for the artillery that the French had been given after the end of the war. That was the M41 HMC Guerrilla. They had a load of those given to them, gifted by the Americans, because the Americans were afraid that the Soviets would continue their advance across Europe. So they had to remilitarize the French to a certain extent and give them a number of Arty. And the easiest one for them to get rid of was the M41 HMC, of course that was being supplemented and replaced by the M40 M43s, which were brand new and just being mass manufactured. Now the French wanted to base their artillery on the Lorraine 40-ton tank. It's also in the game. The unfortunate thing is that the Lorraine 40-ton tank did have some faults, and it wasn't accepted in the end, so because they didn't make the hull for the Lorraine 40-ton, they couldn't make the Arty that goes with it. It was an interesting Arty. It's got a center of gravity problem, which means that the gun was right in the center of the vehicle, well, near the center of the vehicle, but they needed the... Oh, he got some splash off that one. He needed the... they needed the the gun to be slightly further forward to balance against the engine at the back. And that's why in the Lorraine 15551, you notice the gun is right up front, almost at the front of the vehicle. So it's slightly longer. But both the 15550 and the 15551 are interesting because they are very fast Arties. And that means you can relocate all the way over the map very, very quickly. Oh, what a shot! Right from one end of the map to the other, and he takes out the enemy object 7032, 122. He was very low on hit points, but it was a very long range shot. And he's giving us a fantastic display of how the shell camera could be so much fun. Rounds out in the SU-152. He didn't use shell camera there, but he got a lovely hit on him for another 282 hit points. He's racked up 532 of actual damage, but look at the stun assist so far, 1,221. So he's hitting the right tanks in the right order to actually get damage. Now our 50 TP may have bitten off more than we can chew. He's taken out the enemy M103, but look at that SU-152 behind him. Oh, now that's interesting, because now Anisoptera has actually made it easier for the 50 TP to get rid of the SU-152 as well, and he does. And because he got the stun assist off that one as well, now he's going for the Tiger 1. So this is working out to be a very good battle, and they're now 3 tanks ahead of the enemy. He's selecting the Super Hellcat next, but he's just got to dial in. It does dial in fairly quickly, this Arty. Not super quick, but it's fairly quick. And no explosion again, so he did hit the Super Hellcat. And remember, that little tank destroyer's got very thin armor, so he probably did a huge amount of damage. 630 Alpha, yeah, he could have actually collected a massive amount now. He didn't kill him, but he certainly would have given him something to think about. Now he's holding back just for the moment because that Super Hellcat may have pulled back after that last shot. The Challenger's going in close. Yes, he did pull back, so he did the right thing. And look, he's missing masses of hit points. So it does look like he actually did hit the guy. And yes, he takes him out the game. So second kill. He finishes off what he started. And the enemy is reeling. They've only got 4 tanks left. This is the first replay that Anisoptera has actually sent us. But if he keeps doing replays like this, I think we'll be doing a lot more of his videos. And the enemy is starting to fall apart now. They've only got a Cobra and the M12. And of course, the Cobra is the British tank with the turret, I'm trying to remember now, the turret that can move about. What's the word I'm looking for? Going after the M12 on the move. Oscillating turret. That's what I was looking for. The term oscillating turret. Bit like the French. And there's the Cobra over on the other side of the battlefield. Unfortunately, he just took out our CDC. And he's all alone against 6 enemy vehicles. And we've lost sight of him for the moment. What we need is one of our guys to get into the cap. Force him to come back. But this is where the speed of the Lorraine 15550 can come in useful. Because if that Cobra is headed in this direction, we can quickly relocate almost as fast as he can. Because we've got a 60 kilometers an hour top speed. And that's exactly what Anisoptera has decided to do. Relocate and stop that enemy from getting at him. The Cobra has been spotted. He's actually coming south to reset the cap. So Anisoptera has turned. He's getting ready, dialing in, and he gets another kill, this time our charioteer. So he's got 4 kills now, this Cobra. Long lead time, remember. Fires the round in, gets it a little late. You have to give extra lead on targets which are way over the other side of the battlefield. He's trying to get a reset. He's going close to the cap. He's on that ridge line now. And it looks like he did get a partial reset on us. He's pulling back. Nice bit of lead. Rounds out. Oh, close. He splashed him. 169. All counts. That Cobra's going to have to come back. In fact, he'll constantly have to come back now. The Viz 44-1 and the Challenger should just head straight south into that area. And they'll obviously meet him. And as soon as Anisoptera is ready, he will stun the guy. And then they can take the kill and he'll pick up the stun assist. There he is. He's going close to the cap again to try and get another reset. He has to. And here we go. Grabs out. Long flight time. Right on the money. Splashes him for 246. He's stunned. He's taking fire. We've lost sight of him, but we know he's still there. There he is. And there's the kill shot that wins the game. Just as we cap out at the end, and they didn't get a cap, but it is a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Anisoptera in the Lorraine 155 Milli 50. Congratulations, you've broken your duck, and you've actually sent us in a fantastic replay to show us how you did it. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 9. And he got a win rate of 2,787, which is Unicum coming on Super Unicum standard. So very nice indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to that Cobra. Yes, he was a real nuisance. He got a high caliber for 5,133 hit points. The second highest damage in the game turned out to be the 50 TP. He was in the center for most of the time. He got a steel wall and 3,823 hit points. And the third highest damage turned out to be the Emil 1951, who got a tank sniper for 3,295, with Anisoptera coming in, I think it's actually in 5th place, because he gets beaten by that 703-2 that he killed. And but he managed to get 1,782. So there was a lot of damage there that we didn't actually see. And I think if we go back to the front page, we can see that he did do a huge amount of damage to that Super Hellcat. We don't know the exact amount he did from there, but he got 2 penetrations on the guy. So yes, they were pens, and he did finish that guy off. So nice bit of meaty hit points from those shots. And he also got a nice little shot, or several hits, 2 hits on the SU-152, and the 703, well, he didn't get much off that one, but the Cobra, he got 415. So he really did contribute to the downfall of their best player. If we go back to the details, we can see that he, oh no, we didn't do XP, did we? Yeah, all kills. If we go back to the kills, we can see there's 5 kills for the 50 TP and the Cobra, so they're both at the top. Second place comes the Kampfpanzer 07 RH on the enemy team with 3 kills. 2 kills for the Emil 1951 and for Anisoptera, as well as the Batchat 25T AP. But remember that Anisoptera is a tier 7 and the others are much higher tiers. So he was earning much more XP from every shot he made. And that's very evident when you come to see XP. Look at that. The 50 TP got 1289. And Anisoptera got 1211, and they're the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 on their base XP. 917 coming from the Emil 1951. He fired 16 rounds in the game, got 6 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrations, both of those on the Super Hellcat, who has very little armor, but he got them very precise shots and extracted as much hit points as he could. 9 splash as well, 1,782 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 5 of the enemy, killed 2, so he didn't qualify for a Confederate, unfortunately, but that's because he was actually killing tanks rather than actually wounding them. You need to spread the love around in order to get a Confederate, but he did have a very, very big effect on this battle. 2,138 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns, so yes, he was stunning tanks that his teammates were subsequently killing, and as a result, he was getting the bonus. 54,900 credits from the game, and after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is fairly cheap because it's only 155mm caliber, 38,900 credits profit, 1,816 XP, times 3 for the first victory, 3,634 for mission completion, took away 9,083 experience points altogether. So a great first battle to be submitted to our channel. I'm sure it'll be the first of many. Because if Anisoptera keeps going the way he is at the moment, I expect that he will be getting some high-tier action for us that we can then put on our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please remember to let other people know that we're actually giving all the revenue from our channel to the Red Cross Ukraine appeal to help the refugees coming out of the war. So the more of our videos you watch, the more money we can send them, and we are providing proof of the receipts from Google AdSense as well as the money being donated to the Red Cross, so you can see your money, or rather your views, are generating revenue, which is going to help people. Thanks for watching.